I'm Duncan from Duncan Racing. Today we're out in the desert with Dirt Wheels Magazine, doing a little test on Josh Rowe's Best in the Desert Championship race-winning Honda Quad. This machine was actually built by Josh with the assistance of Duncan Racing. Frame's been reinforced, has full roll design suspension, Elka shocks, stage 5s, Elka link in the back, Dominator axle, DWT wheels. The entire package is built to finish the race. When you got a rider the caliber of a Josh Rowe and the many guys that he's followed in the footsteps of, the number one thing from Duncan Racing's point of view, make sure you put components on there that finish. From the Fat Boy 4 exhaust, it cannot break. That motor, it's got to run, but it's got to finish. And that's one thing that a lot of people lose sight of. You got to finish to win. And if you give a guy like Josh a strong running motor that's going to be there towards the end of the race, he's going to get you on the podium the vast majority of the time. A couple other fine features on this machine. It's got an anti-vibration stem with flex bars. Really helps the fatigue factor. One of GPR's new stabilizers, which they've been working on, working real well on this machine. The motor's actually got a considerable amount of performance gain into it. Horsepower is in the strong mid-50s with one of our HP4 valve train kits, JE forged piston, full Hinson clutch, FCR carburetor, ProFlow air cleaner kit. I mean, she's just ready to go. You could roll this thing to the 1,000 with a couple minor adjustments and Josh will be on the podium at the end of it.
Yeah, it's I like doing this one. This one's kind of my baby. Yeah, no, these TRX 450s, it's kind of what I grew up on. Kind of came through the ranks through Pro-Am and into my pro career. Yeah, it's been really cool with Lauren and Lenny helping me out building this quad. The engine package that they put together for me, I went and rode it and I couldn't believe that he told me it was reliable enough to race a desert race, because the thing absolutely comes unglued. Yeah, we chase down the pro motorcycles on these things like without issue. So it's really cool to have products that are so reliable. I mean, there's without question you can line these things up at a desert race, and the only thing I'm worried about is myself. I'm not even thinking about the machine. So it's really cool to have them behind me and believing in me to do this. So it was cool to win the championship and kind of pay that back to them. So it's really cool to race this thing, and yeah, just I love it.
Do you think the Hondas have any weak links?
Throughout desert racing, I think the weakest link, unfortunately, is the frame flexing and cracking. But other than that, I have zero issues. The only thing is a Baja 1000 will run the older model, the 0405, just because the transmissions are a little bit stronger. But other than that, I mean, we beat on these things to no end, and they always show up at the finish line.
No, Honda's done a heck of a job. They've been winning races since before both of us were born.
Yeah.
No, hard to beat a Honda.
Totally.